If this gets solved, and everyone involved has said it would not have been solved if not but for Donald Trump, I don't know how you don't give it to him. If they don't give it to him over this, then this thing is completely and totally lost all meaning, and who would want it?
This works.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to yesterday's news channel, where we watch CNN so you don't have to. Last night on Newsnight with Abby Phillips, Scott Jennings went head-to-head with another CNN panel, this time featuring Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland. First, they tried blaming Republicans for the government shutdown, even though Democrats are the ones voting against it. Then they pivoted to mocking Trump supporters for supposedly being upset that he didn't get the Nobel Prize, while of course ignoring the fact that he just helped broker one of the biggest peace deals in modern history. Whether it's the shutdown or Trump's peace deal, the pattern's the same. Ignore results, protect the narrative, and hope no one notices. Anyway, let's watch Scott Jennings take them apart piece by piece. Let's go.
So you're actually right, Abby. This is what they've wanted to do all along. They started firing people in February. So this idea that this is something new that they're doing is not necessarily true. They were going to fire people no matter what happened. And this is unfortunate because the Republicans control the House, the Republicans control the Senate, the Republicans control the White House. So any shutdown that we have is 100% on them. They fully own this.
Who's voting for against the continuing resolution in the Senate right now? Who's voting? Which party is voting against it?
So there may be a party voting against it.
Which party?
But if you want to,
not a party, which?
If you want to get someone to come in your direction, you offer you offer an olive branch and say, here's what we can do together. There's no desire to do that on the part of the Republicans who have the majority. Well, so that's what's happening right now, Scott.
So basically, she won't say it, the Democratic Party is refusing to vote for a continuing resolution in the Senate that they voted for 13 times when Joe Biden was the president. You asked how long this is going to go on. You go on CNN.com right now and you can read an article where a Democratic advisor said, quote, "This will keep going until planes start falling out of the sky." That is the kind of political party we're dealing with.
Let me just read what you're referring to. Two things. One, Punchbowl, Senator Schumer is quoted saying, "Every day gets better for us." And today, in CNN reported, another senior Democratic aide said, as long as public perception is in their favor, the party will not concede short of planes falling out of the sky. Now, I don't know that either of those quotes, frankly, are well advised. But the second point that this Democratic aide is making is that public opinion is in their favor. Do you think that's true, Kara?
You know, I don't think anyone likes the government to be shut down or dunking like that, just what happened here. I mean, I think most people, because it's
to tell the truth about things that are, things about being said in the press?
No, but it's reductive. You're all trying to
You're
do
upset that I read a quote from a Democrat back?
I'm not upset. You know how that quote was. Republicans make all kinds of nonsensical comments.
You can make apologies for it.
I'm not making an apology for it. You're doing it again. I mean, I know it works with other people, but it doesn't work with me in that case.
That's because I read the news.
No, oh, right. I don't read the news.
But here's the one thing that's missing.
Very patient guy, but I have had it with these people. They're playing games with real people's lives. The theory we have right now, they have a Hate America rally that's scheduled for October 18th on the National Mall. It's all the pro-Hamas wing and the Antifa people. They're all coming out. Some of the House Democrats are selling T-shirts for the event, and it's being told to us that they won't be able to reopen the government until after that rally because they can't face their rabid base. I mean, this is serious business hurting real people. And I'm beyond words.
Different place from the president, because he is saying that this is hurting people. Meanwhile, the executive branch is saying, well, this is our golden opportunity to fire people. So which one is it?
Well, Mike Johnson, I think, is understandably upset. He is the Speaker of the House. They went on the floor, and he led his party to pass a continuing resolution to keep the government open. I think he's enormously frustrated that he can't get Democrats to do the same thing in the United States Senate. He's done his job. They've done their work. The government would be open if Mike Johnson and the Republicans in the House had their way.
I didn't even get to the Hamas of it all.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, is that called for?
Well, first of all, it's ridiculous. This is not the first No Kings rally, by the way. There was one this summer. So this is the second No Kings rally. And Speaker Johnson didn't have to refer to Marxists and pro-Hamas. But here's what's interesting. Every time this administration and Speaker Johnson start to lose the argument or get panicked, they push the immigration panic button. That's not getting any traction. So now they're pressing the Marxist panic button, the pro-Hamas panic button. So this is just another way for him to deflect from what's happening.
So Marilyn Strickland there says Mike Johnson is pushing panic buttons about immigration, Hamas, and everything else. Well, yeah. Republicans do push those panic buttons because they're real. He has an obligation, along with Benny Johnson, Michael Knowles, Scott Jennings, Fox News sometimes, and even me, to remind Americans what we're up against. Pro-Hamas activists, Marxists, Antifa, and a bunch of blue-haired radicals with no jobs who somehow have unlimited time to protest. And I know I have a large number of empathetic viewers, so if that sounds mean, ask yourself this. When's the last time one of your friends who's a doctor, a lawyer, a carpenter, a business owner, a plumber, electrician, etc., said, man, work's crazy, but I just put in for a week off so I can go to the No Kings rally? I'll wait. That's never happened in the history of anything ever. The people showing up to this nonsense either hate their own lives and they want you to feel the same way, they're getting paid, or they profit from chaos. Mike Johnson's not describing paranoia, he's describing reality. And speaking of reality, Marilyn Strickland went on about government layoffs like it's the end of the world. Look, I gotta admit, I don't know much about the inner workings of the federal government, but anytime I hear massive government layoffs, my first reaction is just, oh. I've never seen that headline change anyone's life for better or worse. So if laying off thousands of government workers doesn't make life harder for anyone I know, keep laying them off. That's money we're not spending. Then Strickland said, this was the plan. They wanted to lay people off the whole time. Yeah, Marilyn, we know. That's the point. The administration's actually doing what it said it would. It's refreshing, isn't it? Back to it.
Very moment, only because it's not like this is the last opportunity for Trump to be up for this.
No.
And also, according to the schedule, January 31st was the deadline for nominations. He basically had not even been in office at that point. It was just too early. So why lose your mind over this? Why burn the entire bridge?
I don't know. This is the strangest thing. And, if he does something that's deserving of it, he will get it. I don't think that's the case of a snub. And also, he supported the woman who got it, who very much deserved it, by the way.
And she supports him.
And she supports him,
Yeah.
and also all the things he's doing in Venezuela.
Yeah.
So it's kind of odd to... And she dedicated it to him,
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't like... But he wants the medal.
This is going to work out. I'll predict tonight he will get it next year. There's no one else on planet Earth more deserving of it. The nominations
No one
will
else
go
on
in
planet Earth.
by
Oh,
January.
there's-
And look at all the peace deals he's brokered. What's happening, by the way, what's happening in the Middle East, what's happening with the hostages, brokering this peace agreement is the most historic moment of his presidency. He's going to go over there, and Monday morning, as I understand it, he's going to be there when these hostages are coming out. He's going to meet with the families, and then he's going to go to Egypt and sign historic documents on Middle East peace. This is the most historic and interesting moment of his presidency, and maybe of any presidency in the recent era. Of course he deserves it, and he'll get nominated sometime between now and January for this moment. And when we give it to him next year, everybody ought to root for it, because it's not just an award for him. It'll be an award for American leadership on the world stage, which is a good thing.
Integrity. And this is a person who, she is physically putting her
Right,
life on the
exactly.
line for
That's
this. And for freedom of expression, freedom of the press, democracy, etc. And some people have raised questions about whether Trump's conduct at home domestically cuts against an argument for the Peace Prize, specifically the accusations that he's trying to suppress the freedom of press, that he literally said a couple of days ago that he's getting rid of freedom of speech when it comes to flag burning, and how he deals with opposition in this country. I mean, do you think that would be fair to take into consideration for the Peace Prize Committee?
I think that sounds like petty sniping, to be honest. I think it's a Nobel Peace Prize. This is the peace president. He's brokered peace deals all over the world. This one happening right now, and this has dominated our world conversation for the last 2 years. What happened to Israel on October the 7th, what happened to the hostages, what's going on in Gaza. If this gets solved, and everyone involved has said it would not have been solved if not but for Donald Trump, I don't know how you don't give it to him. If they don't give it to him over this, then this thing is completely and totally lost all meaning. And Who would want
if
it?
this works, no, there's lots of people who have meaning for it. I mean, Yulia Navalny could have gotten it. There's lots of people. It's not the only person worldwide.
I'm saying
There's
if they
tons
don't
of
give
people.
it, if they don't give it to him
Yes,
for
and if he
this,
settle-
it would drain it of all
Sure,
of its
and if
meaning.
he settles the Ukraine situation, let's give him 2. Let's
You see how CNN framed this segment like Trump supporters are crying because Donald Trump didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, as if that's the real story? Because instead of admitting how monumental his peace deal is, the panel spent the entire time nitpicking and finding excuses to downplay it. I'm glad Scott thought what I was thinking, and I won't assume, but I think a lot of you are thinking, like, this might be one of the greatest global achievements of our lifetime. Trump has brokered more peace agreements than any modern president. The Abraham Accords, the Serbia-Kosovo deal, de-escalations with North Korea, and now another breakthrough in the Middle East. He is literally the president of peace. Meanwhile, and think about this, the people criticizing him have never accomplished a single thing outside of talking on TV. They've got DEI degrees, inflated egos, and zero understanding of diplomacy. It's like a retarded single-cell organism trying to lecture Einstein. Their commentary isn't worth the energy it takes to hear it. I only watch this stuff to mock it, expose their lies, and give you a heads up on the bullshit du jour. But what do you guys think? Do you think Donald Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for his peace deals? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's it for this video. No announcements today other than please subscribe. If you're not, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all, as always, for your support. Otherwise, always put God first. I'll see you guys.